Hi, I'm Delia. I teach women how to minimize or overcome the issues that can cause low confidence, low self-esteem that can lead to fear and anxiety in pregnancy. Let me show you how to feel empowered. Well, very simply, because the labour process works. It is 100% perfect. Pregnancy, labour and childbirth, as common as it may seem today, is without doubt the greatest example of the magnificence of not just the human body, specifically of the female body. Even if this isn't your first pregnancy, the sheer magnificence isn't diminished. Let's just for a moment touch on how the body works in pregnancy. The whole body functions from an array of hormones affecting the body biologically and physically in so many ways. Hormones for laughter, for anger, for sadness. The hormones are exact for specific emotions that have been emitted. There is no confusion. The hormones do not get mixed up. The body is such an amazing machine. From the moment of conception, when the egg and sperm come together, the body knows to the minutest detail what it needs to do to maintain this pregnancy. The womb is prepared by being lined ready for the fertilized egg. If the egg is not fertilized, the body gets rid of it through menstruation. It is through the signs received, nausea, vomiting, or feeling tired, that belief exists. The only thing is, we don't realize we're believing. The womb of the female has been created to carry a baby or multiple babies, the physical growth, which causes great change. Those changes create thoughts, the mental growth, of how, what, when, and where for labour and childbirth. So with that belief in pregnancy, you are halfway there in believing in the labour process. Labour, just like pregnancy, is an unseen force. No one knows exactly when labour will occur. We just know it will. The body, your body, knows what to do and when to do it. As simple as this point sounds, this actually is the key to everything. This may sound weird, but trusting this process really helps. Trust is important because the signs for labour can be in any order. One mother may have had niggles in her lower back. Another may have had no niggles, but her waters go. This can be quite distressing as it makes her believe that her body is not functioning properly. But it is, just not in the way it's expected, because we are all unique. Remember, the labour process is 100% perfect. How do you know this? Well, perfect means to have all the required, desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be. This is you and labour combined. So let's begin with labour and what labour means and how it is perfect. Holistically, everything. You are trusting the hormones that affect your mental and physical state. Consider this. The body knows exactly what hormones are needed for developing a baby in the womb for 9 months. New hormones are being discovered, but for this talk, we'll pinpoint the pregnancy hormones such as oxytocin, prolactin, progesterone, estrogen, and relaxin. Here again is the magnificent intelligence of your body. When it is time for the body to give birth, it knows exactly what hormones are needed to start the process of labour. The first components, should I say, of labour are the hormones. The brain is the conductor of the body, and it conducts the relevant organs to stimulate the hormones for labour. Once we know this, you then can keep those hormones stimulated in your pregnancy. Why in pregnancy? It's a bit like keeping a car well maintained, so it runs well. In pregnancy, this is done with a variety of therapies like massaging, reflexology, acupuncture, just to say that you won't go into labour unless the body sees fit to do so. The therapist for those therapies knows what needs to be done not to allow labour to begin prematurely. Naturally, in some cases, there is premature labour. However, it may not have been stimulated based on the therapy, but for a medical reason. So it is best to talk to your healthcare provider if it is okay to have these therapies and when. Well, I recommend that you start believing in the labour process in pregnancy, grasping what happens and why. There are 3 stages to labour and birth. Each stage should be looked at and absorbed so that understanding the physiology of your body in pregnancy, labour and birth is clear. The clarity will help to enlighten and empower you to believe whilst pregnant. The more you remind yourself, the more you will believe. Regardless to what gestation you're at right now, there is enough time to believe and then act on that belief. Some mothers only had 2 weeks before their body went into labour. By believing and then acting, their desire became real. Maybe just having warm baths and showers and a massage. This enhanced labour, finally being successful with their vaginal birth. Whether baby was pushed out or there had to be a little assistance, the belief is knowing that your body will produce the hormones that is needed for what you need to do in your pregnancy. What you do from now is essential. Now that you know that it is hormones which maintains your pregnancy and labour, you need to be stimulating the labour hormones in your pregnancy. Like I said, you'll not go into labour. What you do need to do is have those baths and those showers and make you feel totally relaxed. Have your massages with oil, which can be done by your loved one or a female family member. Massaging your shoulders, your arms, legs and feet. When you get past week 37, you can now have your lower back massage too. Health professionals prefer labour after the 37th week, so baby's lungs are more developed for oxygen. By doing this as often as you can each week up to Labour Day, you may find labour may not take so long. If labour does take long, you have to look at why. Keeping well hydrated in pregnancy is very important. If there is any intervention, such as an epidural, you'll find that one of the drips will be a saline drip to keep your body hydrated. Dehydration can cause the contractions to slow down or stop the labour process. Remember that it is hormones that connect pregnancy and labour together. When you grasp that and accept it in its entirety, you are now a believer.